won it, could have lost it as well. What's your take on all that we've seen?
Yeah, especially because they got a big chance just before the end. We also feel a bit relieved, but that might not be the story of the game, in my opinion. I think over the whole course of the game, we created much more chances than them. But being 1-0 down, then 2-1 up, and conceding such a big chance just before the end, also feels that maybe a point is something to take. But I think if I look it back tomorrow, I think I would have hoped for more.
What did you make of the performance up until 1-0 down? Because it almost felt like that sparked you into if I can say, a proper Liverpool performance.
Well, I'm not sure about that. I think if you look the game back tomorrow, you see the first 20-25 minutes we had 3 very good chances, open chances, really well played. But yeah, we play against very good individuals, very good players. I've said it many times now, and I think you could see it today again. It's also a chance for them against us to show themselves again, more than against Wolves at home or other games. So now they can compete with the best players in the league, and then you can see how that they also have very good players.
Yeah, I mean, I think you always knew it would be that kind of game, didn't you? As opposed to the game that maybe some fans expected, some of us in the media expected, where it was one-way traffic.
Yeah, I do think we had a lot of ball possession, but the game was played mostly on their half. I think in the end, in the last 15 minutes, you could see how well they could play if they play, because in the first 70-75 they only hit the ball long with Arne. But in the last 15 minutes, when it was so open on both sides, you could see if they were trying to, that they are even better than they maybe know themselves. But for the first 75, I think it was clear that we were more in control of the game than them, which you could also see in the amount of chances we had.
Yeah, and just tell us about the tactical battle, because before the game you weren't 100% sure what to expect from Man United. Formation-wise you were, but you didn't know if they were going to sit in a block or high press. How did you see how that kind of unfolded?
A bit of both. Mostly a low block they had, and sometimes they pressed a bit higher. And normally I've seen them a bit more bring the ball out from the back. Today it was every time Onana had the ball, they didn't take the risk of build-up. So we weren't surprised with anything they did, because they played this style now for a few weeks. Maybe the only thing that was a bit different than other times is that they didn't do a lot of build-up. They mostly kicked the ball long.
Yeah. If and when they did cause you problems, and certainly the 2 goals, did you feel like a lot of it came down your right today?
Yeah, I think they did. That has also to do with Bruno Fernandes, which is a very, very good player, and he played a very good game today as well. So, and they've shown many times United, if things are really difficult for them, they can show up. They did this in FA Cup final this season against the City away. So. And they did cause us some problems. Dalot was a threat as well on the left side. So yeah, we are talking about 2 starters of the Portugal national team, and yeah, that's why it's not always easy to prevent them from getting in dangerous situations, which happened a few times today. And unfortunately, that led to 2 goals.
Yeah, it did look like an unusually difficult afternoon for Trent, though. Do you think? I mean, there's been noise, a lot of it coming from us around him all season. Do you think that distraction finally got the better of him today?
No, I don't think so. I think Trent has played mostly very good games for this club, and there probably have been games that he wasn't on his best. Today wasn't his best game, but that probably had to do with them as well. Especially in the first half, sometimes Ryan wasn't close enough to him, so he was sometimes in a 2v1 situation as well. So I would put it more on the quality of Dalot and Bruno Fernandes than that is down to Trent.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thanks, Arne.
There's clearly a conversation to be had around Trent Alexander-Arnold and the noise, as Pat says, around him, the links with Real Madrid. He's coming to the end of his contract here at Liverpool, and his performance today. We've got Jamie Carragher and Gary Neville joining us shortly, and we'll get into that with them as well. On the style point, Daniel, he raised it about Andre Onana. He said it was a low block from Manchester United today, and unlike usual, Onana went long most of the time. We just checked it. 80% of Onana's passes were long today, compared to the season average of 38. Does that tell a story?
I don't know. I think all in all, regardless of the stats and whatever we want to look at, I think Man United showed up today, and that's the biggest story.
But do you think Liverpool didn't show up?
I don't think they didn't play to their level. I wouldn't say they didn't show up, because I think they showed fight when they went 1-0 down. So in turn, you can say yes, they didn't perform. But like the manager said in the interview just then, if they take one of those first 3 chances in the first 20 minutes, it could have been a very different result. And Man United then have to show fight. And I don't know if they would have had that fight in them. But when you go 1-0 up, it becomes a very different game, and you have a different level of confidence.
Yeah, but if United certainly learned from earlier in the season. They weren't going to take them chances where Liverpool were pressing them high up the pitch at Old Trafford and won it, and punished them on a number of occasions. So that's credit to United. You're not going to play into Liverpool's hands by playing up and taking silly chances. So I think that was just good tactical play. And if Liverpool are frustrated with that, then so be it. It's up to them to figure it out. But that's just a case of Man United coming here, confidence low. They can't win a game. They got punished heavily early in the season by Liverpool by trying to play up and trying to be too clever. So why the hell would they do that again today? They wouldn't. They obviously learned from it and thought, listen, we're not going to take any chances. We'll go a bit longer. And there's nothing wrong with that.
Might Liverpool actually reflect that was an important point in the end, a point gained?
Maybe, but, I think that...
I'm not going to show you the Harry Maguire chance again, don't worry.
I mean, I think playing against Manchester United is always a big game. Regardless of where they are in the league, it's always going to be a tough match. And I think that you would take a point given how the game went today.
Well, Alexis, when you're as good as you guys are and you drop points, obviously disappointing. How did you see the game itself and the performance?
Yeah, the result is not good enough. The performance wasn't as good as we wanted. But yeah, at the end it was a fair result. I think we didn't play as we wanted. We conceded too many chances. We had our opportunities to score more goals, but that's football, and I think it's a fair result.
Why was the performance not quite as you wanted, do you think?
I don't know. I think the effort was there, the mentality was there, because we came back. But when you are winning 2-1, 75 minutes, you have to defend better, and we didn't do it. So, yeah, have to think about it, improve the things that we did wrong, and move on.
It was almost like it took to go 1-0 down to really spark you to your best level. Would you agree?
Yeah, and I think it happened many times to us. I think we started games where we are losing, and after that we react. So that's not what we want. So that's why I say that these are the things that we have to think about it and improve. But at the end, it's football. As I said, the effort was there, the mentality is there. So we are not worried at all.
I wonder if the noise around the match today was quite difficult to deal with. There was a lot of, Liverpool won't just win; they'll win big. And for a player, it's not a great mindset to be in, is it? I'm sure you weren't, to be honest.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't bother me. I think that's the way football is. That's the way the show is, and that's as I say, it's the show. We don't think about it. We just try to do our job to win games. And as I said, today it wasn't our best day, so that's why we couldn't win.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
What's up, guys? I'm back here with another video. Please like, subscribe and share. Thank you.